So hi everyone. Today we're here to talk about we often come across this concept called 0% EMI. So every time we walk into a store to buy a TV or a fridge, so what we are offered is a 0% EMI. So you'll have to pay a certain part of the down payment, and over the period of next 6 or 10 months you'll have to pay the remaining amount. So is this really beneficial, and how does the bank makes money by giving us at 0% interest? Are they really going to make a profit or a loss? How do they benefit? Is what we have to see. So initially, if you come across this whole transaction, there are 4 people involved in it. One is the manufacturer like say an LG or a Whirlpool. These guys who manufacture the items, and then the second one is the showroom owner who distributes the products, and the third one is the bank who provides the finance for these for the EMI, and the fourth is the customer. So if you come and look at the manufacturer part, so what he has to increase his sales. So normally there's 300 units of TV which is selling in a month, so he needs to increase it to 500. So what he'll tell he'll tell the showroom guy, you sell 500 in the place of 300, and then I'll give you an additional discount of say 5,000 or 3,000, whatever is there. He'll say I'll give you an additional discount if you sell me more number of TVs this particular month. So that is one thing. And then if it comes to the showroom guy, he'll have to sell, normally he sells 300, so he'll have to sell it at 500. How can he make this 300 become 500? So what comes at his hand is you make use of this EMI concept of paying it in installments, and then he can push his sales. He can increase. People who didn't want to buy earlier will probably think, fine, we'll buy it because they're getting it at an installment basis. So that is how he benefits. And the third one is the banks. The banks, definitely they are getting the funds from some source where they are paying interest. So their money is not free for them. So they'll have to earn interest in some way or the other. So if we are not paying them interest, then probably who's giving them interest is that the showroom person or the manufacturer. Either one of them will be giving him the interest for the product we are buying. So how do they trade off this is that if they'll pay the interest, and then whatever discount we were supposed to get, they will cancel off the discount and then give it as the percentage of interest is given to the bank. So then in that way the bank does not lose on its interest income. And otherwise also the bank, and another additional interest what they get is that they get the customer's data. So what you're used to getting these calls that people from several banks who call you and say that you can get a personal loan or you can get a housing loan. So how do they get these numbers? Because you bought this product, you've given them your details, you've given them your email ID, your phone number. So this is how they come to get your details, and then they use it for cross-selling other products as well. So then the bank is also beneficial. So now coming to us, are we really getting benefited by this, and how do we have to opt for an EMI kind of plan, or do we have to pay it upfront? So first thing you'll have to see is that whether you have the money to buy the product. So in that case, as you have money to buy the product, then you'll have to ask the showroom guy, say, okay, you're giving me this product for 80,000, so I don't want it at an EMI, I'll give you an upfront cash, I'll give you it as cash. So how much can you give me a discount? Say if he's ready to give you at 78 or 75,000, then it's better to get that discount by giving him a cash upfront because you have it with you. But otherwise, but if the showroom guy says that, okay, even if you buy it in EMI or if you give me cash, it does not make a difference, I'll charge you the same, then it's okay for you to buy it at an installment basis, because you're anyways going to spend the same amount of amount. Why do you have to give it now? You can give it over a period of next 10 months. That makes sense. So next one is that whether you have a need for this product, because you really have a need for this product, or just because you're getting it at a subsidized rate or you're getting it on an installment basis, you want to buy it. Normally you would have bought a 60,000 TV, but because now you're getting it at an installment, you're buying it at 80,000. So that is what you have to see, whether you really have a need for this product. That is number 2. And the third one is that there will always be some kind of a hidden charge, mostly, that could happen. So how do you find out that there is an hidden charge, like say a processing fee which is added? For a 10,000 product, they might add a 500 or 1,000 extra. So that ends up as if you are paying an interest. So how do you find this is that because if you are purchasing say a 80,000 product and you are paying a 10,000 rupees down payment, and then there is 7,000 you will have to pay over 10 months. So that 7,000 has to be on your paper which you are signing. It should not be 7,050 or 7,100. So you will have to calculate it and see what is the down payment you are paying and what are the EMIs over 10 months. If you pay, is it adding up to the product cost? If that is fine, then okay, you don't have any additional charge which you are paying for it. So that you have to be sure about it. And the fourth one is the very important point, is that every time we are going to purchase a product, we just in a rush and we're in excitement to go and use the product. So we end up, we carelessly, the guy shows you 4 kind of papers with signature marked with an X sign. So you end up signing everything very quickly without looking at those papers. And what happens is that once you go back home, you were supposed to pay 7,000, but the first month when you are taking an EMI, it goes for 7,050 or 7,100. The problem comes because you've signed those papers where they have a paper for an insurance, additional insurance for the product, which you've not seen and you've signed it. So in that case, what happens is that you are being missold, you've been cheated into buying something that you didn't want to buy. So that is something you need to be really careful about. So every time why does this happen is also not because the bank wants to push it, but they indirectly do it, saying that the guy in the showroom, you sell so many insurance for me this month, then you will get this particular additional income on your salary. So that is how they push it through the sales room guy. But if the sales room guy, if he's trying, if he tells it genuinely and tells you, you're going to have a insurance, you're not going to buy it. So what he does is that he keeps it among the papers and he gets it signed from you, so that he ends up cheating you because he wants that additional income to come to him. So it is on our part to be very careful while signing those papers. So it's a very good thing to take an EMI unless you have the 4 things that you'll have to be sure about is that whether you have a need for the product, and the second one is that you'll have to see whether there's any processing charge hidden in it, and then the third one is about whether you have to see the papers while you're signing, whether you're not getting signed for something that you're not interested in. That you'll have to be very clear about. And also you will have to see that if you can give it cash upfront, if you're getting a discount, then you should go for it. So these are the 4 things that you'll have to be very clear about while going for an EMI based product. So thank you.